welcome back, and I think it's pretty obvious what we have to choose. I mean, if we were just gonna have Andrews take the fall, we would have done that in the previous trial.
Yeah, we would have just done that before, right?
Yeah.
We proved that...
Yeah, because we had another opportunity to have her be found guilty for a crime she didn't commit, so why would we just... And if we didn't choose at that time, why would we choose it this time?
Yeah, especially when there's, like, evidence from the murderer himself that Gumshoe has or had or whatever. So, hopefully the hospital will answer us soon. Or Franziska or something. So...
Request the trial continue.
Also, listen, I love Maya very much, but in a court of law, I don't think I could just let the person...
Go free?
Yeah. Phoenix.
I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty.
You are a lawyer.
I know. But Matt on guard is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than on guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it's because of Edward that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten on guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him?
Yes, you do. Phoenix, are you... ah! Stop repressing your gayness and just kiss already. Goddamn.
Jeez.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But the witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done.
I'm not done yet. To see through the witness's lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There is still more evidence to look at, and I'm not sure that those pieces arrive here in the very courtroom. I'm sure that once those pieces arrive, a miracle will occur.
Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. the Killer. Right away, Your Honor. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are. Usually done.
What is he talking about, usually done?
But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. Dickkiller, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of a crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene, Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Correa was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is the most unexpected turn of events for the, 5th time now? However, this time, everything has finally been revealed. Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this, do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here.
Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then...
Then I'll be exposed lies that, so beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
That makes two of us.
Right, you're stalling for time. Again.
Yeah.
Like, bruh. What is it, Mr. Wright?
If I press him on the wrong way, I might raise suspicions in the end. But I would do something to waste more time. Witness. About requesting a hit.
Yes.
How much is your fee?
I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney.
Huh?
If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial.
No. I'm not thinking of hiring.
Mr. Wright!
Yes?
You want to kill me? You want me dead, don't you?
What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor?
Guilty! Mr. Phoenix Wright, you are hereby declared guilty! Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not?
I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill.
If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job.
Yeah, well, a change in occupation might be good for you.
However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. Dickler. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt.
Are you talking about the button and the knife?
Yes, and my business card.
Oh, this card.
So that no one has to waste their time, including the police, I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You're trying to make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service.
He's pretty devoted to his work.
But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook.
It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. So you're saying that most clients wouldn't do such a thing?
That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too.
No, I already told you, I have no intention of using your services. Ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Your Honor, I would never try to kill you. We're both on the side of the law. From the very beginning?
That is correct, from before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times.
I wonder if that's really true.
That's odd.
I guess that's what I have to present something on. So why do you think your client did that?
What do you mean by why?
Well, fiddling around with the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who had requested the murder go to the crime scene anyway?
That is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Angard.
If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it?
Sadly, that is not possible.
Huh?
My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall.
And that's all you have to testify?
Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again.
Again? Is that all you plan to continue?
I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney?
Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really.
Are you really now?
I wonder what kind of man that judge thinks I am now.
Hey, what are you going to do now, Phoenix?
All I can do now is expose all the lies.
That's true. However, you realize that will be very bad for our client, right?
I'm so confused. But there's one thing I know for sure, I can't let this trial end yet. Okay, so they said this one... This one was the one that they said seemed odd. Is it because of the... Because she said she thought he was just sleeping.
So she...
Yeah. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. the Killer.
What is the meaning of that attitude?
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corda had been murdered.
But how do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
The glass.
Mystery Killer is supposed to be... Mystery Killer's supposed client thought Corda had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
What, isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the exact same thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corda's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence.
Ah, sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well.
Right now, I have to buy us more time.
Oh yeah, objection!
Yeah. While we wait for items to kill, and like Edward's,
Objection!
and like Edward was just like, oh, sorry, right, yeah.
Right. I can definitely provide evidence.
While we wait for items to kill left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Also, isn't this what you were talking about? Like you wanted, like both of the prosecution.
Yes, this is exactly what I was talking about. Except Phoenix is like
kind of dumb.
Ah!
But this is it. Miss Phoenix and Edwards both working together to
find the truth.
Yeah.
Yes, this is exactly what I was talking about a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
This request came to me about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. Oh, so you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
One week ago? Are you sure?
Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Tony, I hope you will keep that in mind.
Please, stop.
In any case, my clients this time had a very specific date and time in mind.
A specific date and time? Did you ask why on that specific night?
No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions.
Your suspicions, huh? So what are these suspicions you had? And why did your client request that night?
I'm sure it was all for the bear.
The bear?
My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me.
You must be talking about the bear puzzle.
Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was.
I see.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? It was very important.
The testimony just now had made one thing clear, and that is the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet?
Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that.
Oh, really?
Witness, please continue with your testimony. I mean...
Yeah. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right?
Of course I did.
What was that? What was with the brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details.
I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself, above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the clients while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Of course it was important, Your Honor. If Mr. Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken.
So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews?
I guess so.
You see? It is just as I said.
I'm lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here?
Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax. Now then, would the witness please continue?
So your client was Adrian Andrews.
That is correct.
Well, he says the two of them met, but if they did, there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem anything strange this time around.
You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw his suspicion. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere.
Talk about a delicate balance. I think that's the thing that I could press on things again. Okay, so I'll press on this again, see if there's anything new. Yeah, but...
Finalize a few matters. Like what?
Okay, I think I already pressed on everything twice, so... Well, Phoenix seems to go like question mark about the whole a few weeks ago on this, so... maybe there's something off about this?
When was... What's the date on the receipt? Can we
I don't know.
check it?
This is all the information it has. No. Okay, that was wrong. Did I save? I did. Running at the time of murder... No, the music didn't stop.
Ooh, okay. So that's not it.
Maybe I have to say it's not important on certain things?
Maybe?
Oops.
Wouldn't that give you a penalty?
I don't know. Oh, that didn't seem to do anything. But then again, there are two things in there, so... Press further, and then say it's not important, I guess. Okay. This seems
Oh.
important. This seems important. This seems important. Okay.
Okay. Finalize a few
Yeah.
matters.
Whoops.
So press them on the first one, and then it's not important, right?
Yes. Why he meets his clients is not important. And that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions.
Well, what do you mean by that?
My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. That's when I thought I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? It was very important.
Yeah, because, if I just heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe this testimony was now of the utmost importance.
Huh? Really? If that's the case, witness, please conclude the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. From the moment I saw him, I thought I can trust this person as a client.
But as we know, that was not how it turned out, correct?
What do you mean?
Adrian Andrews turned out to be the client who couldn't stick to the rules, right?
Well, yes, I suppose you are correct. So, I would like to check one last time. Are you sure your testimony is accurate?
I guess maybe percent.
Adrian?
Yeah. Because be like, hey, you're using male pronouns.
And that's definitely a female.
I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at the bar. That's why she has a male-sounding name. To slip up for this exact part in the case. Because he only heard the name, he never saw her face. And because her name sounds like a dude's name, he automatically assumed it was a dude.
Or he's under the assumption that, Adrian being a male, and he's using that as a scapegoat rather than
Well, yeah, but...
it being Matt.
I know, but he said he met with Adrian.
Right.
And he doesn't know what Adrian looks like.
Exactly.
And Adrian is typically a guy's name.
I mean...
You said so yourself in a previous episode.
Yes. I think we're getting to the same thing, but I think we're looking at it from different angles.
Maybe.
Anyway. Yes, that is correct.
And that's when you thought he was trustworthy?
How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct.
I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale.
What?
Shelley the Killer, you have never met the real Adrian Andrews.
Huh? Why would you say that?
Because you made one very big slip-up. About her.
So, what is the issue? What did you just say now? What did you say just now? About her?
If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman.
Oh! Christ almighty. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following. That he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their request.
Well, he's never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. DeKiller's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews.
Is that oil?
I...
It's the device is sweating oil because he's nervous on the other end. How the fuck?
But it's a radio. Why does it have oil in the first place?
Dude, I don't know. Why is it sweating? Because it's anime.
Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. DeKiller, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender, and so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? Shelley DeKiller, this court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So, does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more.
I know he's just gonna spout more lies.
Very well, but this time, please give us the truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of one quota and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. But he just said he never takes...
Yeah, I know. It's the group chat.
So you took this job through a letter.
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he is definitely lying.
Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us.
I know, I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
Come on, we have to be getting close to the end. We have to.
Right?
But didn't you just say you always check your, you always meet your clients?
Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible.
But didn't you meet your client this time?
Sorry, I have to check. I'm going to text somebody from work real quick because I need to...
Do you want me to pause the episode?
If you would, please.
Alright, sorry, we're back. Did you read that already?
No, I did not.
Wow, alright. Oh, come on now, let's stop talking with this game. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse.
Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me.
Alright then, just cough it up and confess.
Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. We have proof? Really trying to prove?
That he did not meet with, that he did meet with Adrian.
Okay.
Probably not. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof.
There's an intro. Right and wrong.
And why could you not meet with certain clients?
Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities. Nice business opportunities? On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times, and now take requests via electronic mail. Electronic mail? Do you have a mail that is in a special insulated envelope? Ah, I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email. Email?
In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot hands down.
Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and...
Jeez.
Email.
Yeah.
Email?
2 or 3 other things?
2 or 3 other things? 2, 3 things.
Jeez.
The judge is the winner! I'm the winner? Yes.
And what were these other things?
A few other things that have nothing to do with this case.
What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? Probably not. It'd really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad.
But at the same time, there's 2 or 3 other things that I think they're relevant to the case.
Probably. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide.
Mr. Attorney.
Yes?
Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder, what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination? Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client?
That's...
I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one...
Wait. Uh-oh. This looks really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate with us and tell us these other jobs your client requested were.
If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice.
real quick. Hold on. Not this. If I remember when I played... Well, no. Never mind.
What?
I think I remember seeing the radio move, like its mouth is moving, but we can't see it with that box in the way.
Oh. Oh my god. It now just looks even more like a robot and less like a radio.
Yeah, I know, right?
The bear figurine.
The bear figurine?
After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine.
How do I remember that? Did I actually get further than I thought I did when playing this game? Because I know I never finished it, but I somehow remember the radio.
Then how on earth could you have gotten this close without finishing it?
I don't know.
Are you sure you just don't remember finishing
No, I
it?
legit never finished. I'm serious. I never did.
Okay. Well,
I wouldn't lie about something like that. I'm gonna put it on low opacity though.
why? Why not just keep it on high?
Because then we miss these cool little details. Or why I'm not on high? Because then it's easier to read.
I guess.
Well, anyway.
Anyway, I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing.
And where is that figurine?
It was inside Mr. Corrida's suitcase.
Then what did you do next?
I handed it over to my clients right away.
You gave it to your client. Interesting.
This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony.
He said I do. I found this figurine at Mr. Reingard's mansion. You gave it to Miss Andrews, and what was it doing there?
I was waiting for her there. She was also part of the plan to free Mr. Ungard. I'm sure. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
So the killer gave this figurine to Andrews, but I know somewhere in the statement there has to be a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here...
He will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you need to present strong evidence.
She's right. So what now, Dr. Wright? Okay, well, we'll present evidence in the next episode, and hopefully the next episode will be the last episode.
Bye!